The undefeated Adrien "The Problem" Broner. Featherweight champion of the world, Daniel Ponce de Leon.
Mira, aquí está bien. Right here is good. This is my commands. Touch gloves. God bless.
Daniel Ponce de Leon, who made 6 successful defenses of his junior featherweight champion. But Broner has the advantage in size. Even Ponce de Leon
looked at tapes of Ponce de Leon. He said that this is how he fights.
He said, well, same way that you guys need to temper your emotions in meeting me. Ponce de Leon needs to make, obviously, Ponce de Leon trying to punch off the ropes. There's some grainy photo.
Is this how he fights for real? I mean, as though he's going to walk right through him. So we're going to see if things can happen. So, but I think he's all right in this one.
With all that experience, Ponce de Leon has 1 round in the bank as far as studying what the young Broner has.
Yeah, you see how slow he is? Where the counter at? Okay, let's go, just counter.
He needs to jab more and let his hands go a little bit more like his corner asked of him. He's clearly the thing I ever seen. Besides Pernell with
yeah, so good at lightweight that he
Broner, but not after. Ponce de Leon continues to wing that left hand to the body, like right there. Counter right hand from Broner.
So far, Ponce de Leon doing more damage with that
left shots to the body, just continually land.
Yeah, that was a good left down the middle then, though. That Ponce de Leon feels as though he can take these punches now, so he's willing to trade. Ponce de Leon has the experience factor, but he does have to let his hands go if he wants to take charge.
Cincinnati, like New York City.
He's making a good shot, good hook by Broner.
Roy, what do you think?
All right, Harold, well, coming into this round, Broner had only thrown 40.
This is not a guy who's not going to be throwing back, even though he is moving up in weight constantly. Has produced a lot of really good fighters and flashy fighters.
And he get rolling over, popping up, and the referee had to get him
45 total punches in the first 2 rounds. Ponce de Leon told us during the fighter meeting.
Ponce showing some veteran caginess.
Crafty guy like Ponce de Leon. And Ponce de Leon.
But Broner just fights, has yet to produce a great fighter in the last 10 or so years. That combination punching that Broner's not showing.
The kid gets inside and he digs that left hand hard. He's a real cagey back.
One of the all-time greats was 32-0 after he knocked out
the first 2+ rounds.
Yeah, he said it's going to be a very slippery step. What I call the Pacquiao effect. Pacquiao throws so many punches that he makes these guys keep their hands home.
Got Alexis Arguello for the 2nd time, and then had drug problems.
Veteran, tough guy to fight, and Adrien Broner's going to have to
keep
get
his hands at home for defense. That's why you tell a guy to try to get off first. And see that? He makes the other guy keep his hands.
You know what separates the really special prospects? What are
Ponce de Leon get into the fight and make it an ugly fight, and it may not be a good night for Broner. Go to the body a little bit. You know, a young fighter has to learn to go to the body early on the old crafty guy.
Not giving it to him.
Ponce de Leon blocked that right hand. End of round number.
You know what I'm saying? Quit standing in front of him. You understand? Balance. Move. You understand? Punch on your ankle.
Step on his foot and bring that left inside, and he's going to fall.
Step on his foot. They want him to use it as a tactic.
And he's trying to.
Sometimes the first round knockout happens because a guy's cold.
His hands home for defense. And that's what he's doing to Broner right now.
He's left for a guy at this stage to start putting his punches together, 3 and 4.
Anything after round 3.
Stop! Stop! Take a step back. Hey.
feet are so close to each other. But here in Ponce de Leon's corner, you hear his clearly warmed up here. I think that Lopez showed in that fight early.
Last round, that may have taken a little bit of effect.
Trying to get his foot on the other guy's foot. Instead, he had been ripping Broner to the body in the previous round.
Yeah, he's
just like that. He got to kill. Now he's fighting at his own pace. If he can fight at his pace, he can do this all night.
Knocked out Ponce de Leon in one round. He's very fast.
Ponce de Leon getting off first is forcing him to keep his hands up. Good body shot right there. Punches like that when you stick a punch out, that's what makes a young guy scared to punch sometimes. Fighting his rhythm, then it's very hard to beat him. Now Broner's in his own rhythm, and it's almost impossible for punching.
Puts a couple together.
Good stuff in the
Scores on the way out. Broner.
Roy, do you think Bob mentioned
Broner is not throwing no more than 1 or 2 punches at a time. He's afraid of the shot that he may get caught with.
doesn't come as quick when you have to think?
Well, he can't outthink Broner because Broner is
when Ponce de Leon lost his title.
Right here, he'd be better off. But he's still throwing 1.
Face Ponce de Leon.
See, Broner has all the tools, the speed, and of course Lopez is a different kind of fighter, more of a puncher.
Much more confident Adrien Broner here in round 5.
And see what Broner does to make up for that.
Crisp boxing skills plus athleticism.
Yeah, the tools are definitely there.
Good scrap.
Here you see Ponce de Leon purposely trying to step on Broner's toe to hold him still so that he can land the left hand like his corner asked him to do. That time Broner slipped out of it and landed a counter right.
I've got a 28-47, 3 rounds to 2, Daniel Ponce de
Make
Leon.
things happen rather than just to sit back and wait to counter.
Oh, most definitely.
In the state boxing's in today, you got to inspire people.
Had success in the first 3 rounds with body shots.
There's a southpaw too.
Hand by Broner.
And that was set up over the jab like that. So if he throws first and then counters right away.
First 3 rounds where De Leon hit him with all the body shots and counter right.
That's 4 straight rights in a row.
You got to do more than just win and move on, like what Canelo Alvarez has done here tonight, selling
the step up, therefore pushing the issue only can get him hurt. He's smart to definitely. It's just that because Ponce de Leon is a lot slower than him.
Broner tried to shoot that right hand and just missed. Daniel Ponce de Leon threw 40 more punches in the round. Although
he's a southpaw, and all that said, Roy, you even 10,000 tickets, and Broner's not going to sell tickets doing this.
No, he's not going to sell tickets doing this now.
Even as he's coming forward.
Good shot by Ponce de Leon.
Another one of those counter right hands scored, and Broner connects with a lead right.
Even you who are defending him in this style would like to see him lead.
Now he's going to take a higher level of competition to make him step his game up even more, but he definitely has to get back in the fight. Stupid happens to him, then he looks like a total idiot.
But Roy, 2 things about that. One, as he
Friendly
fights
style of all. That counter and get out of there.
As Ponce de Leon goes back to the body, Broner with a body shot.
Punches like that. That's where he'd be more busier at, and he's not being.
Broner has landed many, many more of the clean, effective shots, particularly to the head in this fight.
No knockdown so far in the fight. Ponce de Leon.
Good counter by Ponce de Leon.
Stop back.
That left hook is coming in. Bring your right hand up. Bring your right hand up. You're doing a good fight.
About it in the meeting, and it's good to hear that they've kind of cleared the air a little bit, Roy.
Yes, it is.
At the end of the day, you don't want to take any chances, but this
what Broner's offering is, isolated punches, not fights better and better fighters, as you mentioned. Some of the success.
Ponce de Leon is using those shots to make him keep his hands at home.
Left hand to the body. The other thing you have to take into consideration is Ponce de Leon
from the outside. He has to turn it into an ugly.
Flip the scales here a little bit because Broner has sort of
seized the game to step up. It's just that in fighting fighting a southpaw always makes it.
It just seems to me Broner's had more.
Definitely does not have the hand speed factor here, but he's still landing big punches.
This is a close fight.
This is a very close fight, and at this point he does have to take a chance because
De Leon has a lot of quality wins in his career.
He did absolutely nothing. Ponce de Leon took it to him. Adrien Broner just backed up, and that's how Adrien Broner's winning the fight. Look at that. He'll hit him at
Ponce de Leon went on the belt line. Broner's hooked to the body from Ponce de Leon.
It's up to the judges, but in terms of just the kind of overall damage inflicted, it seems to be better than the guys he fights and not give great action fights, give dominant performances.
He's still hanging in the fight, and he's not getting caught with too many shots.
He's the smaller.
Backed up, and Ponce de Leon was scoring that left hand. Look at this.
Ponce de Leon is willing to gamble and let it all go because he's trying to win this fight.
Having some moments right here.
As we begin round number 9, let's welcome in our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The success Ponce is having is because he's dictating the tempo at times, and by not leading, do that. But this is sort of no man's land. This is neither.
Well, you know, like I said, when you fight a southpaw, it's a little thing. And I think this is what Adrien has run into tonight.
And here's the problem with Broner as I see it at this point.
Now a left hand from Ponce de Leon. Daniel Ponce de Leon, the southpaw, had good success early in the fight with body punches.
And have his way like he was doing for those 3 rounds in a row. It was beautiful, but then he slacked off like Harold said.
You can blame it on that 8th round. I mean, this is a guy that won 4 rounds in a row. 76.
All right, Harold. You know, Roy, that is the interesting aspect of all this.
Ponce de Leon's fight. The crowd is rooting for Ponce de Leon's fight. And your muscle memory just won't be the same because you fight so many more right hands.
But Max, all those clean left hands to the body.
Fighting very well, De Leon.
This is the first. Broner misses with those punches. Ponce de Leon goes to the body. End of 9.
Don't follow him. Don't follow him. Be careful.
I know he wild. He different. He awkward. But keep you the jab.
211 more punches through the first 9 rounds of this 10-round fight.
But you saw Ponce de Leon answer with 4 counters. That's the bad part.
In this kind of awkward Ponce de Leon style. You know, Roy, it's funny. Broner worried about getting
the body in the early parts of the fight. They count.
They count. It's not that De Leon hasn't had many moments. It just
of a former champion, a guy that made 6 defenses, Roy. It's not something you luck into.
What Broner is offering is not what the crowd is rooting for.
And he's thrown twice as many punches as Broner. It's the former junior featherweight champion, moving up from 126. Ponce de Leon steps in with a combination. Ray Corona instructing both, but Roy, you know, you think about those first.
And that many wins, he had to beat somebody.
Yeah. Right hand from Broner. Accidental clash of heads, says referee Ray Corona.
And this is why I don't watch many tapes on fighters, because sometimes a guy
counter doesn't let his hands go, and as a result, he gets hit more than he should. Sometimes.
And his only 2 losses is to Juan Manuel Lopez. Fans in Anaheim think so.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Honda Center, Anaheim, California, we go to the scorecards, and all 3 for the winner by unanimous decision. The Cincinnati Kid, Adrien, the Problem Broner.
No problem, 96-94. It was that kind of fight.